They say that only legends know the art of the submission. It's an ability to read your opponent, to anticipate their next move, and then to strike when they least expect it. It's intelligence over power every time. One thing is for sure, when it comes to submissions, there's no room for mistakes. And believe me, these fighters make us all pay dearly for those mistakes. See, if you're a fan of mixed martial arts, you already know about the silent kill. This is what happens when one fighter takes the other down and pins them to the ground, trapping them in a vice-like grip and forcing them to sleep without making a sound. There's no knockout, no technical knockout, just a sudden stillness that falls over the arena like a heavy blanket. In this deadly dance, there are 3 main steps. First, take your opponent down, then pin them to the mat with your weight. Finally, cut off their air supply and watch as consciousness slowly ebbs away from their eyes. The crowd might not hear anything, but those who know the signs will be on the edge of their seats. Because in the world of MMA, silence can be deafening. It's a testament to the effectiveness of this technique that even today, despite the advancements in training and coaching, the silent kill remains a potent threat. Fighters have put countless hours into studying and perfecting this art, yet somehow it still manages to catch many by surprise. Perhaps it's the element of surprise that makes it so deadly. Opponents underestimate its power, assuming that they can rely on their strength or their fighting spirit to pull them through. But the silent kill doesn't care about what you think it does. It just is. And when it happens, it's a sight to behold. The sheer precision and skill required to execute the perfect silent kill is truly mesmerizing. Every move must be executed flawlessly, and the slightest hesitation can break the chain and allow the opponent to escape. It's a high-stakes game of human chess played out on the canvas of the octagon. Those who master it become living legends in the sport. And here's the thing, in the world of MMA, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Maybe not that one, but you get the point. Fighters are always looking for ways to up their game, and submissions are the name of the game. One of the most popular and effective moves in the book is the rear naked choke. This move has been featured in over 170 UFC fights, and it's easy to see why, but it's not the only one. The armbar and triangle choke are also fan favorites, with over 130 and 115 appearances respectively. These moves are a staple of MMA, and for good reason. They're effective, they're exciting, and they give the fans what they want to see: knockouts and tapeouts. But let's not forget about the other notable mentions. Guillotine, Kimura, heel hook, and knee bar may not be as common, but they've still made their mark on over 80 fights each. And let's not sleep on the flying armbar, which has made over 60 appearances and has a 41% finish rate. And now, if you're wondering why fighters use these moves so often, it's because they work. The rear naked choke in particular is a fan favorite, probably because it looks like something straight out of a Hollywood action movie. The idea is to cut off blood flow to the brain by putting pressure on the carotid artery. Once that artery is compressed, the brain doesn't get enough oxygen, and the fighter falls unconscious. It's a quick and effective way to end a fight, but it takes a lot of skill and timing to pull off correctly. If you mess up, you could end up tapping out yourself. Next up is the armbar. This one targets the elbow joint, compressing the brachial artery, which supplies blood to the arm. Without enough blood flow, the arm starts to go numb and the fighter can't defend themselves, making it easier to finish the fight. This move isn't as quick as the rear naked choke, but it's just as effective. The key is to find the right position and apply pressure until the tap comes. Now let's talk about the triangle choke. This one involves wrapping your legs around your opponent's head and neck, cutting off blood flow to the brain. It's a bit trickier than the other two, but the payoff is worth it. When done correctly, the triangle choke can make any fighter sleep in a matter of seconds. But these aren't the only moves in the book. Other submissions like the guillotine, kimura, heel hook, and knee bar may not be as popular, but they're just as effective. And let's not forget about the flying armbar, which may not be used as often, but has a pretty high success rate. The truth is, when it comes to submissions, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Sure, strength helps, but technique is everything. That's why even smaller fighters can take on bigger opponents and come out on top. It's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how well you can read your opponent, predict their moves, and capitalize on their weaknesses. Take the case of Demian Maia. This guy was a welterweight contender who was known for his exceptional grappling skills. He may not have been the biggest or the strongest fighter, but he knew the art of submissions like the back of his hand. He could read his opponent's movements, anticipate their next move, and execute his own strategy with precision. His go-to move was the rear naked choke, which he used to submit some of the toughest fighters in the game. Even though he retired in 2022, he left behind a legacy that will continue to inspire aspiring fighters for years to come. But technique isn't just about knowing what moves to use. It's also about knowing when to use them. Sometimes waiting for the right moment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Take Ryan Bader, for example. This heavyweight contender is known for his knockout power, but he also knows how to use submissions effectively. In his fight against Anthony Smith at UFC 290, Bader was losing badly. However, he remained calm and waited for his opportunity. In the second round, he managed to take Smith down and apply a rear naked choke. Although Smith tried to defend himself, Bader's superior technique won the day, and he was able to submit Smith in just 34 seconds. But technique isn't the only factor at play here. Timing is equally important. Knowing when to take a risk and when to play it safe can be the difference between a successful submission and a devastating defeat. Take Charles Oliveira, for example. This lightweight contender is one of the most prolific finishers in UFC history, has an impressive record of 33 finishes, with 18 of them coming by submission. Oliveira's ability to read his opponent and time his moves perfectly is uncanny. He can sense when his opponent is vulnerable and capitalize on it in an instant. Take his fight against Justin Gaethje at UFC 274. Oliveira was facing a tough opponent in Gaethje who was known for his knockout power. However, Oliveira remained calm and collected and was able to submit Gaethje in the first round with a rear naked choke. Oliveira's ability to read the fight and make the right adjustments at the right time was crucial in securing his victory. Let's face it, we all love a good finish in MMA. Knockouts and submissions never get old. But while knockouts are impressive, submissions are something else entirely. They require skill, precision, and timing. And when done right, they're just plain beautiful. So whether you're a seasoned fan or a curious newcomer, remember this. In the world of MMA, it's not always about who's the strongest or the toughest. Sometimes it's about who's the smartest and most skilled. Now check out the video on your screen to learn more about MMA fighting techniques. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.